you take a big picture view of everything that happened since 47, all the stuff, the messages turning on and on and on, that view, when you look at it from that perspective,
I wasn't necessarily in a hurry to shove off from Matt's residence, but as the night continued on, I recognized a sense of discernment crept up in me.
Well, I'm 54, so I've been wearing a mustache for 40 years.
I felt the need to flee the crime scene and ended up at the local drugstore. Our paths crossed once the police were done with their questioning. Was it serendipitous we crossed paths here?
Actually explain those either, can they? So do I care?
Do you normally smoke tobacco?
Never.
The man, certainly for a lack of better etiquette, was truly American. I took the opportunity to reposition myself accordingly along our route.
Well, thanks for coming along. That there fella sure can talk. He could talk a gate off its hinges, couldn't he?
The man was generous and spoke a long game.
Isn't it amazing that we have more mouths to listen to than there are stars in the sky? And all of a sudden, we saw lights twinkling through the sky.
At this point, I got the feeling we may be headed in circles in our conversations.
On and off as they went.
We as documentarians wait for what we call a tour de force moment.
Two stupid old dumbass.
All we can do is wait and observe.
It turns out it was Starlink.
Oh my. We circled back to Matt's residence after all.
Oh, each one of us is looking for an answer to our own story. Some of us more than others, perhaps.
Is this the moment? We wait. Frozen in the moment. Helplessly. Selfishly. My self-dignity quickly dissipated as I entered the home of Matt once again. After the local police authorities conducted their late evening investigation, I was eventually able to navigate and make my presence to Matt. As one could imagine, his self-esteem was demolished and everyone around him was quick to engage in an onslaught. What had happened that a child in his presence could have vanished without him being aware? I overheard one of the police officers discussing a live stream that Matt was conducting online during the time the abduction had taken place.
All right. We are going to put you to sleep, little girl. And when you wake up, your mommy and daddy will be here. You're almost asleep right now.
I watched as Matt embraced his role as his niece's babysitter and then put her to bed, right before he began to direct his attention into his live stream work for the evening.
Hey, welcome, everybody. We are on the verge of another paranormal discussion with some of the greatest minds in space, or quite possibly outer space, depending upon who you ask. Am I right, Lazar Craft 347? How's it going to our other viewers out there? Good to see all of you. Hey, we are going to just discuss a lot of stuff about UFOs today and paranormal activity. But if you look behind me, you're going to notice that we have a very special guest. Yeah, that's right. My niece there is actually there. My sister and her husband are going on a date night, and nothing to worry about, but I'm going to be watching her just a little bit and keeping it down just a little bit as well. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. Roswell.
The stream played out as the evening drew on, and Matt found himself in a bit of a drivel with his channel's discussions.
No, let's just be honest. When I was 5 years old, I was curious about things like that. I just knew that we weren't here alone. And that led me to just question all these questions with my family. I mean, I would be up.
Then, unexpectedly, a disturbance in the live stream feed cut into Matt's discussion.
Interspersed with abductions in the most classical sense of UFOlogy. Pardon, the electrical system's a little funky here. But like I said, I just feel that everybody at their heart knows that... Oh, okay.
What the hell?
So, wait.
Did I just see something?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of weird comments here. There's something behind me in the crib. All right. Hey, give me a second here. Pardon everybody. I'm just going to check something here. Just give me 1 second here.
What was going on here?
Oh, shit.
I had to re-watch the footage myself. Oh my God, a sort of dark phantom apparition was certainly present in several of the frames. I watched in horror as Matt tried everything in his grasp to resolve what was happening.
Hey, did anybody see anything happen back then?
He eventually resorted to address the situation to the authorities and his niece's parents.
Yeah, we need someone right here. That's the correct address. Please come right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna spell it out. I don't know where she is. She was just in the crib, now she's gone. I know, I was right here. We were live streaming. I know, but the kid is not here, okay? She's not here. Okay, would you just please just get over here, okay? She was right in here, and then she was gone, all right? What happened? Everything was fine. The people on the live stream were saying, they were saying, we were doing a live stream, and you're live streaming? You're supposed to be listen. You can't do it.
I myself felt the tragic torment this ghastly event was bearing on the parents and Matt. My God, just what had happened? What were we dealing with here? I pulled my senses together and persisted to find out. I would need to go deep into the community's climate to uncover who was behind this.
What is this bunch of crap? Who the hell are you? What are you doing here?
Oh, pardon me, dear chap, was wondering, have you heard anything?
You hear that kid that got snatched up?
Why, yes, awful circumstance. Have you anything to share?
Yeah, God. I've been telling them people for years. You gotta watch your kids around these people. Whole world's gone sideways. Years ago, you could let kids play with a chainsaw unsupervised. Now what? It's a bunch of bullshit what's going on. Who wears corduroy in the summertime?
I'm not entirely convinced, if I'm honest.
What the hell is going on over there? What a mess. God. Son of a... Tell you what, I knew it. They say it was some fella in a white van. You know what else is white? Bad omens.
Eerie yet forthcoming. I discovered very little in the day's excursions. Once back in town, I bumped into Matt. He didn't look right at all. This grief sat far too heavy on his heart. There was a distance in him.
Matt, are you all right?
The news had been spread throughout the community non-stop.
Matt!
Give him space. He's a kettle on the boil, I suspected.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Damn it, such an idiot.
Here was a man who hadn't slept or combed his hair in days. The guilt had overwhelmed him, and there was no one he could reach out to for help.
Just at that moment, the rancher man. Just what could he possibly have to share with Matt?
What a shame. Spoiled silage sitting in the bin. There's a better way to cure your depression.
Who are you?
I reckon you need a break from your bacon.
He became acquainted with Matt quickly after I explained our previous interaction.
I was raised in this business. It's the only life I know.
And as far as UFOs, have you ever seen one?
Not that you know.
There was a stillness to him.
There is extraterrestrial life or not?
Like he'd figured something the rest of us missed.
The universe is a large place.
Spoke little, but when he did...
See? Spits, man.
It was with the weight of something ancient.
Where are we going exactly?
It seemed urgent wherever we were headed.
We're looking for answers and we have nothing up here going on.
We are all looking for answers.
Hey, hold up. Hang on. Is that Vince? Hang on one second here.
My God. He brought us to Vince. I thought the man had jumped town.
Vince.
It was an exhilaration to see these two rekindle.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing here?
I just came here with this rancher over here. Look, this guy just picked me up. And
You two better catch up quickly and get a handle on your farms. The sheep on the mountain are calling.
Arrived like a whisper, gone like a ghost.
You just picked me up out of nowhere.
But soon returned with Matt's briefcase.
The two old friends had some time to rekindle. Matt shared with Vince the footage from the live stream.
Wow. Classic static distortions in the physical plane. Deeper space.
Yes, tandem metaphysical velocity and subsonic frequencies, all captured.
Have you shared this with anyone else in the paranormal community?
Well, sadly, no. Once it went online, the community basically ousted me, and they're ridiculing me public about this. I've had to go into reclusion.
God. I suggest we go into this a little bit deeper, but let's keep it under the radar, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but as you know, my dad is really on me about this. He's already ousted me to the authorities again, and basically he denounced me as a son, and now I gotta get my hair cut ASAP because the authorities are coming to our place again.
Look, if you need any help, I'll be there for you tomorrow. I'll be there for you tomorrow.
Stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea. I stuck around with Vince until nightfall. I told him I would grab him a meal if he promised not to migrate too far from where he was camping. It appeared he had fallen asleep inside his car with the door open and radio still playing. After further examination, I caught a glimpse of him sound asleep. So much for dinner, he was ever such the deep sleeper. He was turning in his sleep just like before. Was he having another night terror episode? Something strange began to take form inside his car. Had he lit a cigarette and... oh no.
Vince! Are you all right in there?
His door was still cracked open. He still had time. But just then, there was something strange.
The car began to malfunction. I knew it was the same force taking hold of Vince as before. The noises, the anger, the ferocity taking place. This was not of this earth, whatever it was I was capturing. What could I possibly do? It was as if it had taken hold of him.
It was as if blocking my will from intervening. Oh dear.
Vince, desperate to escape his sleeping paralysis, fell suddenly back into trance.
The ghostly spectre vanished, and the car began to behave nominal once again. I watched as Vince reclaimed his peace. My God, this one took the air from my lungs. It was best for us both if I stuck around until morning and keep a watchful eye for any further occurrences. Whatever was going on here, it was safe to say it was not terrestrial. The next morning started early. The family was being updated on the status of their missing child by the local authority. I recognized the face of the investigator from Matt's home address late last evening.
As I draw you tighter into our presence here.
Although persuasive in speech, there was something unobtainable about his overall demeanor.
Blanketed this household through the tragic abduction of a young soul. One which does not appear to have any significance to the world at broad.
I could sense the anxiousness in the room.
Continue to chew the circumstances presented to us until
someone was entering the home. It was Vince. He kept his word. Thank God he was looking all right after last night's encounter.
Our very own denouement, the thing we've been working towards. Sir, we've disseminated all of your child's information to all relevant local and state authorities. Broadcasting agencies have been pushing out Amber Alerts on a continuous basis for the last several days. And while this isn't attractive, I do assure you it's this type of relentless repetition which gets results.
Do you think I give one shit about that? I'm interested in finding my niece. We don't deserve this. Our family shouldn't be subjected to this.
Yeah, just hold.
Nothing's been found. Like, you haven't even found like a shoe, a sock, a blanket.
We've documented it very thoroughly. There's been very little evidence. We're pursuing what trace evidence we have relentlessly.
And there's no evidence yet.
We may have found a set of tracks, probably human, possibly wearing moccasins or socks.
Excuse
fitting
me,
away.
sir? Yeah, those moccasins, were they like a soft leather sewn type of moccasin without the heel? A European style, size 12, sheepskin perhaps. Sheepskin.
Vince.
Matt.
No.
Smart thinking, Vince.
Do you have some sort of pertinent information to add to this investigation,
Maybe,
sir?
possibly.
Vince, the paranormal shit has no use in this house.
This is a kidnapping, for God's sakes!
Oh my, a nerve was
Save the
pricked.
hunt for later, please.
I'm having dreams.
This is a serious family matter. And here you are talking about moccasins.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Oh dear.
Dude, not the time.
Come on, Vince. Little girl's life's at stake, for sakes. Shit!
She lost her kid, man.
Look, I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, I know you're trying to help, but this is not the time. Just go. Gotta get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Trust me.
I'm just trying to help.
I'll talk
Why
about
don't you
this.
step outside and let us get this?
This is bull.
Get out.
I'm sorry.
A misalignment had occurred. Vince assuming fault. What was Matt seeing through the doorway? What was this? A man turning his back on his devotion? Rubbish. I decided to quickly pack up and chase after Vince. He was on foot, I assumed. He couldn't have been far. Man only likes counting his grief. He doesn't count his happiness. We're daft like that. Always keeping score of what's gone wrong, never what's gone right. Here was a man searching for himself and meaning to his existence. Oh my. I left Vince to himself from a distance. A man's solitude was sacred, and I deeply respected him for this. It was remarkable. He was in a heavenly transient meditation, the type of spiritual practice only the most sacred can transmit themselves. He was in the holiest of holiness. He was... Who was this? This man? Was he a pallbearer? Vince, now returning and clearly distracted, tried to reconstitute his peace. But something about this man was off. We both sensed it. The man certainly was persistent and almost rude for whatever reason. Vince searching. The man was elusive. I remained agile and quick on my feet. Oh dear God.
What the Who the are you? Bless yourself. In time, things may become messy. There is a greater upheaval in the area. Your friend and his niece require your assistance. I can show you a path and why the kidnapping occurred. Also, insight into your dreams.
Wait, what? How do you know about my dreams? Are you stalking me?
Meet me at the Springs Hotel in 49 hours. Don't be followed. Look for photos from the Second World War. I'll see you on the 3rd floor.
There was something deeply bizarre here. Within both of our sights, the man vanished as quick as he arrived. A ghost of some nature. Vince, with his redeemed spirit, was back on the hunt again. Could this man in black truly be what was coming to mind? That question may have to pause. Vince was again on foot. I trusted my gut and made my way back to the scene of the crime. Not much had come to light since I left off with Matt. The trail was still cold, and the answers colder.
I mean, who would do this kind of thing? I mean, who would steal a baby from their own crib?
A phone call, perhaps the police.
Yeah.
This is unequivocal
Look, man, I'm just wrecked. I can't talk about this right now.
A familiar voice.
Wait. Paramilitary? Covert personnel? NSA? And black uniform?
Call in sick if you have to.
I'll see you tomorrow. This extraterrestrial material. Where were we?
We started the following day by diligently reviewing the footage I had captured of Vince at the church.
Hang on. This part. Watch. Wait. Right there. And that's when I first saw him.
Where did he come from?
Precisely.
Now watch. And that's where I was mind blown.
I couldn't even sense the guy.
I was surprised the man did not take to my presence. We were all in agreement that it would be unwise to act prematurely or draw any firm conclusions about what might prove useful to the local authorities.
Actual delivery and speech patterns of this man
unusual
was profound.
Incredible, right?
Yeah. And I didn't know it was possible. And I mean,
this is great capture.
Tools of the trade,
about this
mate.
in folklore. There, away.
Incredible.
And the details. It's almost like you don't know what's happening. So that's kind of what I'm getting at is all.
Wow.
But would anyone believe it?
Well, this has got to be good enough to convince your dad to give us some more investment money.
We could ask him.
Matt's dad?
Look, don't worry about it. If I'm good at two things in this life, it's searching and selling.
For Vince, although recently battered, confidence seemed not to be mood. It was a method.
Matthew, you've been a terrific son all your life. You're responsible, you're intelligent, you've always done the right thing. You've worked your way through life and you've done a great job. And Mom and I are so very, very proud of you. And once we get this show over with, Matt, this devastating show, we're going to get back to being a nuclear family again. But we have to work through it from now until we get to that point. But let me ask you another question. Why did you bring him around here, though? It's nonstop.
Just hear him out.
You know, for once around here, you could treat me half as decent as one of your sons.
Vince, you are not my son. Basically, you're a person who came into my life through my son and stole my money. How do you think that makes me feel, Vince?
Look, we had startup costs the last time, not to mention Matt. Listen, we'd come to you today as professionals. We have a new proposal on the table. We have a new solid lead. Not even the local police have this sort of insight.
Vince, I've been a superintendent of schools for 30 years in this community. I have money, I have cars out there that are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know you don't want to hear it, but you're here fundamentally to take more of my money. And it's bullshit, Vince. It's not fair to my family. And now you got my son involved.
Look, we can't give up. We won't give up. We're searchers by birth, by our own nature. ET's out there, we're not going to stop looking. This I promise you.
Vince, you're out there. You said it. You hit the nail on the head. You're out there in the wild blue yonder. Do you know, Vince, that people like you are the loneliest people in this world? You have no sense of community. You're out there on your own, and you're dragging my son there with you now. It's ridiculous. All the research says you are Lonely, Vince. Lonely. Get on with it, Vince.
All right. Well, I guess we're not getting any help. You know, it looks like we're on our own then.
See you later.
Matt, just wait for 1 minute, please. Do what you've always done, Matthew. I'm begging you. Do the right thing. Bring Allie, your niece, home, and please help the family get back together again, Matt.
According to literature and my travels, a father is a man who expects his son to be as good a man as he meant to be.
I mean, I couldn't have expected anything worse from him.
I meant what I said back there. We have a lead. We have a solid lead. There's only one last thing we can do. let's do what we always do best.
I guess you're right. Let's gear up and let's look to the skies.
Yes, yes, that's the American spirit.
Bedford, Pennsylvania, where the ground keeps shaking, the lights are flickering, and now people are vanishing. Quakes, electrical oddities, and unsolved disappearances. Bedford's got it all, except for answers. Enter two self-proclaimed UFO investigators. They think all of this is paranormal. Yeah, you got it right. Aliens, ghosts, even government cover-ups. They call themselves online the Lead UFO Investigations. That's according to their Facebook page. So think less Sherlock Holmes and more like two guys with a hunch running around the backyard with a flashlight. Are they really onto something, or are they just full of crap? Probably the latter, but one thing is for certain. Bedford has never been this weird.
Bedford. Yeah, I know you were doing it, buddy. Word is that you and your paranormal partner are sniffing down the right rappers